Hello, folks. So in this video, I want to talk about a trip that I'm gonna go next week. So it's this place called Kasol, and then there's another place called Kheerganga, and then Manali. So it's like a full-blown like trip, and I'm gonna show you how I planned this with my friend. And I got to know this from my friend, yep. And I still don't know a lot of stuff. I'm still learning. So yeah, let's get started. So I'm gonna go to this trip. So this is the travel partner that I've chosen. You can of course try to go on this on your own, I believe. Anyone can do things on their own, of course. I am still a newbie, and my friend is also a newbie, so we just decided to go with this because of reviews from friends of friends, and also my friend just told me about this, and then wander on. This is I think a popular travel community and like a travel partner. They have a lot of reviews. You can go check it out on Google, on TripAdvisor, and then on Facebook and all that. So they have many kinds of trips, different kinds like weekend trips and whatnot. I'm going for the whole week next week. And if you go look here, so it is like 4 night, 5 day duration, and there's itinerary, dates, and costing and other info. So I'm going like next week, which is on 28th May. And there are things on like June, July, August, and then it goes on. So it shows what is open, what is closed, and whatnot. So this one's sold out for the next week. And then the costing is basically 15K if you're doing a triple sharing, that is three people sharing a room and things like that. If it's two people sharing a room, each person is like 16K. So this is all per person. And there is like a lot of other info and what you should carry, and then cancellation policy and things like that. The itinerary is basically what the name says, Kasol, Kheerganga, then Manali. So you go to, so you start from Delhi actually. So pick up and drop is Delhi. So I am in Chennai actually. So I have to actually travel to Delhi, so which is like a pretty long distance. I have to use flights. I have to pay that price too. So that's something to consider when you pick up such trips. I mean, you will have to somehow travel to this place. From Delhi, the places are close by. I'm in Chennai, so I have to hover, go to the place on my own somehow. Trains would take many days. Buses also, I don't even think there would be a bus, but if there is, it would take quite some time. And then flights would just take a few hours. So yeah. And yeah, if you book your flights pretty early, it should be pretty cheap. So yeah, I go to Delhi, and then from there I go to Kasol, and then Kasol we stay overnight and things like that. And then finally we trek in Kheerganga from Kasol. Like we go to like this place called Barsheni from Kasol, and then from there we start trekking. Like Kheerganga is like 12 kilometers trek, and then we from Kheerganga once we're done with the trek, we go to Manali and then look at places there, Atal Tunnel and things like that. We are to Lahore Valley and all that. And then finally we come back to Delhi. And this is like a very big trip, Kasol, Kheerganga, Manali, three things. There are smaller trips actually. If you look at, say, if you type just Kasol, you can actually see there is just Kasol, Kheerganga. So you can see this is like 2 nights and 3 days instead of like 4 nights and 3 days. And then you can see the itinerary saying you go to Kasol, you go to Kheerganga, but you don't go to Manali. Just come back. It's like a part of the other package. It's like a subset. And then there is also Bir Kasol, Kheerganga, and then there's also other ones. So this Bir Kasol, Kheerganga. The thing is here, I think there is paragliding. Let me check. Yeah, there is paragliding. So you have to check out what kind of activities you're looking forward to. In this case, this is just like a trek and things like that. I wasn't looking forward to any paragliding. I'm scared of heights. But if you look here, you can actually see what these, what activities these trips contain. So let's say upcoming trips. This one has only camping. This one has trekking, rafting, and then say this one has biking if you like to go on bikes. And then, well, what else? Biking, camping. Um, and then finally, yep, here you can see weekend trips. There's trekking, rafting, camping, and paragliding. Camping, trekking, and things like that, right? So I think ours is just like camping and trekking. That's all. So one night we'll be camping, one time we'll be trekking, and then that's all. Um, so yeah, what are kind of activities you're interested in, you can just go ahead and check it out. And of course, like you don't have to actually pick up this travel partner only. This is just one that I've heard of. If you go to Google and check out Kasol Kheerganga, you'll actually notice many travel partners actually talking about these. And there is also this website called India Hikes that I heard from a friend. So this has like a lot of hikes, and there are also, I think, paid stuff. So all upcoming hikes, like I think you can go pay and go like with travel guides, but then some of them are like without guides. For example, Kasol, Kheerganga, I think it's without guide. Complete guide. They give the guide here, and then they tell about this. I'm going to read this out for understanding things on what to take and what kind of weather I can expect. Though Google can actually tell me to some extent what weather is expected on that day, though still no one can predict the future, but still to some extent you can predict to a good extent, if not the best. And also check out people's experience in the past. So that's how I actually planned this whole trip, like, buying stuff like, say, trekking shoes from Decathlon, and then buying gloves, buying, say, beanies, and then things like that. And you can also check out what other things to take up. Of course, you need a jacket and things like that, and then sunscreen, lip balm, and things like that. So do check out. And yeah, that's all I want to talk about this in video. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.